What's up guys, it's Nico aka Neeks back with a brand new video, and if you guys didn't know, I am doing Vlogmas, so I'm posting a video every single day in the month of December, so make sure to subscribe to see all the new videos and check out all the past videos. But in today's video, guys, buckle up, grab some popcorn, grab a drink, because I have a story time for you. I'm already sweating thinking of this story. So to get right into things, in 2018, Beyonce and Jay-Z announced they were going on their second world tour together. If you guys know me, you know I'm the biggest Beyonce fan, and I was like, I would literally travel to anywhere to go and see her. So I live in the capital of Canada, which is Ottawa, and Ottawa is a 4-hour drive from Toronto. So Toronto, you guys know Drake, The Weeknd, like huge stars are from Toronto. It's a huge city, and almost everyone tours there. They have a like concert arena, which somebody like, who am I thinking? Someone like Selena Gomez would perform at like a concert arena. And then they have a baseball stadium, so people like BTS or Beyonce, Taylor Swift, like huge stars, perform at these stadiums. So it was a no-brainer in my mind. I'm like, okay, like she's gonna come to Toronto with Jay-Z, they'll perform at the baseball stadium, like done deal. But they ended up releasing the tour dates, and there was no Toronto on the dates. And the closest place they were coming to was going to be Buffalo, New York. If you guys know Buffalo, it's a bit shady and nothing to do, and I was like, I'm literally in shambles right now. With that being said, in 2018, I was 18 years old, so I was like, how am I gonna go to Buffalo? Like, at that point, nobody was down to come with me to the concert. Like, no one's traveling from Ottawa to Buffalo to go and see Beyonce, except for me. So I was like asking literally everybody I knew. I literally even, like, I worked at Nike at this time, and I asked one of my managers if he was down to come with me, and he was like, I don't know about Buffalo. So anyways, Buffalo seems to be the most realistic option because it was the closest to me, but I was hesitant because I'd never been there before. And I was looking at like the maps and like seeing how far the stadium was from like a hotel, and it was like kind of far. It's like not great for me. So I asked my mom and my dad, and they were like, Nico, we just don't know how we feel. You're 18 years old. You've never been there before. It could be a bit scary, you know what I mean? So I was like, okay, you know what? Like, I understand, but like, I have to go and see Beyonce in concert. So my parents and I were talking, and they were like, listen, like, what are the other dates? And I was like, she's going to like Houston, Texas, LA, here, and New York City. And they were like, okay, well, you've been to New York City 1,000 times. It's only a 1-hour flight from Ottawa. Why don't you go see her in New York? And I was like, oh my God, your guys' minds. So that second, booked the flight to New York City and booked my hotel in New York. I'm gonna scratch that. It was actually in Newark, New Jersey, but like close enough to New York City. Like when artists perform in Newark, they say like, New York, what's up? Like it's kind of like a done deal. It was my first ever time like solo traveling, so I was a bit nervous. Got to the airport, you know, did my little thing, got on the flight. I landed in the Newark airport, dropped off my bags, and I spent the entire day in New York City. Oh, also, I was only there for one night. But back to my story, I spent the day in New York City. I had Shake Shack, I went around, shopped. It was a cute day. So I have dinner, I then take a Uber to the concert venue, and it was a huge stadium. It was at the MetLife Stadium, biggest I've ever seen in my entire life. I find my seat, I buy some tour merch, and I overall just like, I'm so excited for the concert. So when I was alone in my seat, I met these super kind people beside me. We chatted for like hours before the concert started, and like I felt really safe and like just loved them. So when I said hours in that last little clip, I meant hours. Because we were at a football stadium with no roof, if the weather came into play, the concert would not start. So DJ Khaled opened for Beyonce, and he performed at, I wanna say maybe 7:30. So it was lit, great time. He ended, and then we see some rain clouds. And we're like, okay, like what's going on? Like, you know, is it gonna rain? Like, will they put maybe like a roof over top? I have no idea. So it's like maybe 9:30 at this point. Like the concert should have started by now. And then thunder and lightning happen. The whole crowd's like, what's going on? Like, oh my God. And then it starts to like downfall, pour rain. A security or a sheriff or someone came on that stage. There was an announcement and I said, I did not just fly from Canada to see a canceled concert. So with that being said, he got the mic and was like, everyone must like evacuate to like where the like restaurants and like bathrooms and stuff are, like where there are roofs and stuff, cause like there's like a bunch of metal and shit. We cannot have anyone die. So like I was like, okay, I feel a little bit better knowing he didn't come out and say, okay, the concert's canceled, but I was still a bit like, what's going on? Like, is it gonna continue to rain? What's gonna happen? So me and the two people beside me end up going and hanging out like near the restaurants and stuff, and like it was a 70,000 person crowd, sold out, so it was jam-packed where the restaurants were. It was so hot. It was like dead of August, and we're waiting there for like an hour, and it ends up being 11 p.m. and I was like, okay, my flight is at like 7:30 the next morning. The concert hasn't started, it's still raining, what the hell is going on? So we get an announcement saying everyone can return back to their seats. The concert will start shortly. I say, thank you, God. So we sit in our seats, lights dim, they come on. I think I still have videos from this concert in my iCloud, so I'll try to throw in a few clips right now. So the concert ends, it's amazing. I go to leave, say bye to the two friends I met, and I'm waiting outside and I try to order an Uber. Mind you, the MetLife Stadium is surrounded by highway, so you could not walk even if you wanted to. Try to order an Uber, it says pending, looking for a driver, pending, looking for a driver. You know what, Uber's kind of messy. I'll try Lyft, pending, looking for driver, no driver found. Everyone's busy. Due to the fact the concert started at 11 p.m., all of the public transportation was closed. So every single person in this stadium had to order an Uber or get someone they knew to pick them up. So people travel from like, you know, further into like New York City, in the boroughs like Brooklyn, Harlem, Queens. So if I'm an Uber driver, I'm not gonna see my request for a $15 Uber a 10-minute drive away. I'm gonna take the $70, $80, $90 Uber to make the money. So no one's taking my Uber request, no one's taking my Lyft request. I don't know a damn soul in New York. I'm like, what the hell do I do? So I'm sitting on this bench outside, completely beside myself. My mom's texting me saying, hey, are you home yet? Like, what's going on? It's so late. Hello, it's like 1:32, 2:30 a.m. I'm still trying to find an Uber. Like taxi lines were completely like booked. Like there was nothing I could do at that point. So I'm sitting there, hopeless, 18 years old, crying. I have no clue what to do. I can't walk back, can't order an Uber. I'm stuck. And I see this guy and his friend, that's a girl. And I was like, okay, like just go and ask them like what they think I should do. So I go over and I'm like, hi guys, like do you know how to work Uber or Lyft? And they were like, yeah. And I was like, can you like help me? I was kind of like stranded, I have no idea what to do. And they were like, they look at it and like, oh, your ride's like 15 minutes away. Like you're not gonna get an Uber, like with all these people trying to get like farther Ubers. Like good luck. And I was like, oh, okay. So the guy kind of sees me in the corner of his eye and I'm in shambles obviously. And he comes over and he was like our friend's picking us up if you want a ride home since you're close. I'm like, my guardian angel, thank you. I start sobbing. I'm like, thank you, sir. Like, you have no idea how you say it right now. Like, I couldn't speak English. I'm like, thank you, thank you, thank you. And then I was like, wait a damn second. I'm like, Nico, you're about to get in a car with a stranger whose stranger friend is gonna pick your ass up. And I was like, I'm 18, I'm young, I'm like naive, like they know I'm helpless, like are they going to pick me up and bury me in a ditch? But I was like, at this point, this is just like the risk you have to take because you have no way of getting home, like literally none. So the friend was gonna be there at 3:30 a.m. to pick us up. So me, this guy, and his like girlfriend are just like chilling, chatting, kind of like bantering back and forth, talking about the concert and stuff, and they end up being super, super nice. So then the friend finally comes, picks us up. He ends up asking me for the address, and I was like, oh, like here it is. and I got home safely. So all in all, it was a crazy night at 18 years old. Concert almost gets canceled, thunder, stranded, strangers picking up at 3:30 in the morning. Oh, and to make all this better, I had to wake up at 5 for my flight. So guys, the moral of this story is have a backup plan when you travel. Do not go into things assuming anything. That trip taught me to be so overly prepared from now on. Like, you cannot expect anything these days. Anyways, guys, thanks for watching. If you want to hear more story times, leave me a comment below and I'll film more. I have literally stories for days, so there's a lot more where that came from. So anyways, thanks for watching. Subscribe for more videos, and I'll see you guys in my next video. See ya!